All right, so one of the big questions about the Democratic race in 2020, it's now been answered. Bernie Sanders came in second place in 2016. Yes, he is going to run again in 2020. And so the question is, can he actually win the Democratic nomination in 2020? Remember, take a look back. Sanders versus Clinton. You see in light blue here all of the states he won. So, of course, the question for Bernie Sanders 2020 is, can he build on what he started in 2016? How much of that support that he got, how much of that was support for him, as opposed to people just voting against Hillary Clinton? Where does the race start right now? Where does Bernie Sanders poll right now? You can see here, if you average together all the polls that are out there, he's basically in second place on the Democratic side, right around, high teens, around 20% right now. The only one who's beating him right now, Joe Biden. We don't know yet if Joe Biden's actually going to run. What he's trying to pull off here is something we've seen actually a number of times in the last generation or so in American politics. It's the person who comes in second place, the runner-up in one nomination contest, turning around and saying, okay, I came close, and I'm going to try to build on it and win the next time around. This is something we really saw, particularly in modern times. We've seen this on the Republican side a lot. Ronald Reagan came in second place to Gerald Ford in 1976, ran again 1980, won the nomination, won the presidency. John McCain, second place in 2000, next open Republican nomination, he wins it in 2008. Romney goes from second in 2008 to winning it in 2012. We've seen that a lot on the Republican side, and we did, for the first time in modern times, see it on the Democratic side last time around. Hillary Clinton, remember, second place to Obama in 2008. She emerges as the big front runner in 2016, and of course Bernie Sanders comes in second to her. So he's looking to join this group of candidates. In the past that we've seen, the question is, what position were they in when they launched their second campaign, when they launched their follow-up bid? We can take you through and show you. Reagan, we mentioned, 76th, second place. When he launched his 1980 campaign, he was running at 41%. He entered as clearly the front runner, clearly the guy to beat in 1980, and he did win the nomination. When you go look at Bob Dole, here's another example, a little more recent, 1996, when he got in that race, he was clearly the front runner. First place, 51%, and of course did go on to win the nomination. We mentioned Hillary Clinton. When Hillary Clinton got in the race, got in the Democratic race, she was running at 75%. These folks who've made it work in the past started out in a more commanding position than Bernie Sanders is starting out in 2020. But I got to tell you, there have been others who've tried this who've fallen completely flat on their face. 2012, Mitt Romney was the Republican nominee for president in 2012. Who was second place against Romney? Rick Santorum. Rick Santorum ended up coming in second place. He looked at that. He said, hey, I came close. I'm going to run again in 2016. First poll out of the gate, he was running in 11th place. In our own poll, NBC poll, he wasn't even registering. And so you can see Bernie Sanders starting out certainly better than Rick Santorum, not on the same level as some of those others who pulled it off before. We will see what the polls bring in the near future for him and how this race unfolds.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.